my time zone it counts. Wait, where's my face? Where'd it go? Alright. Good morning, everyone! I am once again late for my own stream, but at this point nobody's surprised anymore, are we? Good morning. Did you guys have a good weekend? I had a very uneventful weekend. I spent a lot of it just reading manga, and then what else did I do? I ate a lot of good food, and I read a lot of discourse about Zhongli from Genshin Impact because there's a lot of discourse. I'm just reading it from afar. I don't really have too strong opinions about them. And then I was preparing for my video to upload that I just uploaded. I uploaded a new cover like an hour ago. I hope you guys had a chance to listen to it. If you didn't, it's up there. Yay! Because it's been 3 months. 3 months! I've been streaming for 3 months already. OHASEAL! Hi, Coco OHASEAL! I should just... Wait. Wait, what's going on? Why is it... Sorry, my YouTube live thing is popping up things I don't need. Why? Wait, I gotta do the thing. Because Coco said she wanted to be one. So now Coco's a mod. Cover very good sales. Thank you. I really like singing that song, but it requires so much effort to belt that loud. Yeah, time flies. 3 months goes by so fast. But more importantly, that just means that it is the end of the year and we have spent most of it at home, I'm pretty sure, because of you know what. Like, I blinked and it's December. It's already December. Can you believe it? It's already December. What have we done this year? We've spent about like 7 months stuck at home, haven't we? I don't know about how it is in other countries, but in my country, we've basically been in quarantine since March. It's like the situation here probably isn't as bad as some countries. Our country's just being a bit like hyper-reactive, but I think that's a good thing. It's better to be safe than sorry. Anyway, so earlier I was like about to do the stream. I was gonna stream right after I uploaded the cover, right? And then something's making noise. Where is the sound coming from? Oh, it's my... Okay, never mind. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was supposed to start the stream right after, like maybe like 15 minutes after I uploaded the cover, right? And this electrician guy starts calling and like he's all like, "Oh, we're here to fix the electricity meter." And I was just like, "I didn't hear about this. Who the heck are you?" But luckily my dad was at home, so I was like, "Dad, can you deal with this?" I don't know, like, you know, you hear so many horror stories about people claiming like to be like electricians or plumbers that are here to fix something, and then turns out they're here to just like rob you or something. And I get really anxious about stuff like this. I don't like letting people I don't expect in. So anyway, turns out it was genuinely like the people from the electricity company. They came to fix like upgrade our meter or something like that to like the latest technology or something. But yeah, because of that, like, our power was out for like half an hour. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess I can't stream yet. And then so during that period of time, what I ended up doing was buying keyboard parts again. In case you're new here, I really like mechanical keyboards. It is a very expensive hobby of mine. I would wager that it is technically more expensive than my gacha hobby, but I think I have probably spent more on gacha on like all my games in total than I have on keyboards, which means there is still potential to grow. But I say keyboards are expensive hobbies because like, you only ever really need one keyboard, right? Why am I here building like 3? But yeah, anyway, I'm building a silent keyboard next, so you won't hear this every time I'm playing games. I'm not so concerned about my own streams, but every time I'm in a collab stream, I feel like my keyboard is talking over people. Like, if it's my own stream, it's not so bad, right? Because you guys are used to it. You guys signed up for this. Like, you came to my streams and you heard my click-clack keyboard and went, "Ah, yes, this is the streamer I'm gonna listen to," so that's fine. But I don't want to piss off collab people, because I'm like, what if they hate it? What if they fucking hate this? But so yeah, I'm building the complete opposite. I'm building a silent linear keyboard next. So hopefully all you're gonna hear is like a slight thok sound, like a hard thok sound when like a soft one when you hear the keycap like bottom out, and hopefully that's all you're gonna hear. So it's almost silent. I think that would be good for collabs, but like also more or less like building keyboards is like building Gundams. They're mostly just for decoration. Like, you take them out once in a while to dust them out and use them, but in the end you always go back to the one you always use. No, I was curious about if a linear keyboard would be better for FPS games though, because I find my clicky keyboard doesn't react fast enough in Apex. So like sometimes like I'm trying to do something, but it hasn't like done it yet. I'm just like, but I already pressed the goddamn key. And it's because like the nerd talk, but like the actuation of a clicky switch, like it takes a bit more effort to press down the key before it registers, because it doesn't register. Like you can press it, but it doesn't register until you hear that click sound. Like you hear it, right? That once you hear the click sound, it means it's registered. But with a linear keyboard, you don't need to do that, because like sometimes even just a light touch can activate the switch, so you don't even need to press it the whole way. And I'm thinking that this might be like, so when I'm playing like pew pew games, I press my keys too hard because I'm like, I somehow like mentally you think if you press it harder it'll go faster, but with clicky switches it doesn't work. With linear switches, yes, maybe if you press it faster it goes faster, but with clicky switches it doesn't work because there's like a fixed point where the key registers. So I think that's the same with like tactile switches, so the ones that have that bump but without the satisfying clicky sound. Y'all missing out. People who use brown switches, y'all missing out. You could sound like this, but you don't. But yeah, I really like building keyboards, so I'm very excited to build another one. If I can somehow set up a camera that it only shows my hands or something, maybe I might do like a keyboard build stream. Otherwise I was thinking of a stream where all you hear is like the background sound effects of me like suffering. Like a no cam stream, just me suffering as I build the keyboard. High level keyboard strats. You're not a real gamer if you don't press your keys harder for no reason. Yeah, it's like, you know, like in fighting games where you have like the big mashy buttons, like you mash them harder because, you know, that's supposed to do something even though it doesn't do anything, right? It's the same theory. But yeah, I was planning this week I might practice a bit off stream, but I wanna, because I haven't played this season of Apex yet. I played a bit last season, but I haven't played it all this season, so I'm like still at like zero points. 0 rank points right now. So I was thinking of doing Apex streams again, because I want to practice more, a bit more. So I might be streaming Apex this week. As usual, I will be streaming Genshin all the time like a degenerate. And I'm probably not gonna be around this weekend because I'm going to go visit my grandparents, because the quarantine restrictions were recently relaxed slightly, so we can do interstate travel now. So I'll be visiting my grandparents this weekend, so I won't be around. I'll be as usual, being noisy, but no stream for the weekend, so I'll just be during the week. Hello, how are you? Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome, good morning. I'm fine. I am having a good morning because I don't have to work today. Yay. No work. Mondays is the best. You know, lots of people think like taking Fridays off of the week like feels good because you have an early start to the weekend. But I always think Mondays are better, because like that way you don't have to like wake up and immediately feel stressed. You can wake up and be like, it's Monday, the week has just begun, but I don't have to suffer yet. So I actually, like, for extended weekends, I prefer taking Mondays off than Fridays. Like, I just feel like it makes me feel better somehow, because like, you know how like on Mondays you just kind of dread the start of the week, but like if you get to wake up and do fun things on a Monday, then you don't dread it nearly as much. Saw my last music video. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening. Thank you. I'm really glad I got to upload that. It wasn't technically planned. I did want to do something for a 3-month anniversary because I feel like that's usually quite a big milestone, right? I just never celebrated the first 2 months because I don't know. You guys know I never properly did a debut, right? So I don't know, like it just didn't feel like I should be celebrating something I didn't really like celebrate in the first place. But like I thought 3 months was like 3 months is a quarter of a year. I've been doing this for a quarter of a year already. I feel like that was worth celebrating, right? So I was thinking about what I could do to celebrate. And then like obviously I was always planning to upload this cover, but then the commission for the artwork came in and I was like, oh my god, this is perfect timing. This came just in time for me to upload a new cover. Because obviously the mix was done for quite a while. So I was just waiting on the art, right? And I have another cover that's also pending. This one's pending mix, the art's done. So this one's pending the mix. So I was like, if one of my covers could finish in time, I could just upload them and not have to worry about what I gotta do for 3 months anniversary, right? So it did actually happen. My gacha luck on my cover commissions came through for once. So yeah. Jolted back to reality on Tuesday. Yeah, but it doesn't feel so bad for me somehow, like, because you know the week always has to begin, but at least you don't have to feel like the weekend's over. Because when I have an extended weekend on a Monday, I always feel like Monday still feels like a weekday. It doesn't feel like my weekend has started, like, has extended. It's still, like, it still feels like a Monday. It's just I don't have to work. So I usually am quite productive on if I take Mondays off. But if I take Fridays off, I feel like, yes, the weekend came early and let me just lie in bed in a coma state for the next 12 hours and I get absolutely nothing done. I don't know if that's the case for everybody else. But like, if I take Fridays off, I get absolutely nothing done. Because I'll be like, yes, it's the weekend. Let me just lie here and, you know, do absolutely nothing. But yeah, if I take Mondays off, usually I get chores done. I get things that I feel like I should be doing, like cleaning up my desk, which people who know me well enough know I live in a perpetual state of mess. I call this an organized chaos, right? I'm the kind of person who has lots of like figures and plushies and standees and things on my desk at all times, and it is actually a mess. Like I don't even have a small desk, but there is not much space on it. So I get to do things like actually clean up my desk. And by clean up, I mean pushing the stuff around so that I have more space, but not actually removing them. Wednesdays off is like a checkpoint. I don't like midweek breaks because I find like it, how to say, my momentum for doing things kind of gets thrown off. I feel more tired after having a midweek break. So where I'm working right now, we don't get public holidays, but we get a lump chunk of annual leave to take. So we don't actually have to take those random Tuesdays or Wednesdays off in the middle of the week, like when there's a public holiday, which is nice for me. I know some people don't like it, but at least I have the option to not take that day off. Because I don't like Wednesdays off. I don't like anything between Tuesday to Thursdays off, because it just feels like you start and you stop and you start and you stop, and it's just very unsatisfying. Yeah. But I have a big week off. I'm taking like the 18th until Christmas off, so I don't have to work for like an entire week. So I'm looking forward to that. That's next week. It's next week. It's almost Christmas, guys. What are your Christmas plans? My family, we don't really celebrate Christmas because we're not Christian, right? And in this country, there isn't that big Christmas celebrations or anything, even if you're not Christian. So we don't celebrate Christmas. But 25th is my parents' wedding anniversary, so like usually we do something for them. Like last year, I think I got away with just buying a gift. I feel like this year I can't just do that. That feels so bad. I should do something nice for my parents, like cook dinner or something. But yeah, we don't celebrate Christmas though. Like my mom asked, "Do you want to put up the Christmas tree?" And all of us just looked at her, being like, "Yeah, but who's gonna take it down Afterwards?" None of us want to do it. And And like whenever we do decide to put up the Christmas tree, what happens is the Christmas tree stays up until like February, when it's like until like late January or early February, when it's time to put up Chinese New Year decorations, and we go, oh, we gotta get rid of the tree then. So we just end up going, ah yes, that Christmas tree that we don't look at, that we've just left up for like way too long. It's time to get rid of it for Chinese New Year, clearly the more important holiday. Order some KFC, boba tea, and rewatching this. Into the Spider-Verse was a really good movie. I agree. Yo, I want to get the Miles Morales game for PS5, but I don't have a PS5, so here it's on PS4 as well, right? But it's like, what's the point in buying the PS4 version when you could buy the PS5 version? You know what I mean? How was my morning? I am having a good morning because I slept well, and then I had the premiere for my new cover, and then I did not eat breakfast as usual, but I had coffee. Chinese Christmas tree. It's very tempting. We could put like red packets on the Christmas tree. Perfect. It's red, it's festive. I didn't manage to get PS5 early enough. So like the first stocks of the pre-orders have gone out, but like obviously I wasn't that hardcore. I was waiting. I was playing wait and see, right? Because I know like over in most places they start selling like festive bundles and stuff, right? Once the console comes out. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see if I can get a good deal on it, like early enough. I really want to play Demon's Souls. It looks so good. I've been watching streamers play. It looks so good. I want to play it. Demon's Souls. Like how they managed to make it look even better than all their other games that they've had so far. It just looks so good. Like, have you guys seen people play it? Like, the graphics are amazing. I was like, first order if I ever get the goddamn PS5 is I'm gonna buy Demon's Souls and play that. Like, that's the plan. I will never. Okay, I'm gonna disclaim. I am not good at Soul series games. I'm not good at them, but I really enjoy playing them because they're like kind of like that nice frustration where like you're frustrated at it because you keep dying, but like you actually end up learning how to defeat something. Like, it's never like impossible to win, right? Like, eventually you get like, the more times you try, the more you get used to the mechanics, and then they would be like, ah yes, this is how we do it. And like the battles, like usually you can start reading like the ticks of the bosses and stuff, so like you know when to like parry and stuff like that, and I think that's really fun. I'm not good at them, but I really enjoyed them, so I'm really hyped for Demon's Souls. Like, it looks so good. Gonna wait until Guilty Gear comes out to get one. Oh. I don't really play 2D fighters, like fighting games. I have been fucking around with Scramble Versus on PS4, but I'm still only playing story mode because I'm lazy. Cause like we share, obviously, because PS4s are not cheap, right? We share our PS4 in the house, and my PS4 is hooked up to the TV in the other room. So I'm like, I can't stream my PS4 games without dismantling the entire thing. So I'm waiting for my brothers to finish playing Kingdom Hearts 3 before moving that over, because like once he's done, he's basically not gonna play it because he's not really a PS gamer. The only reason he's using the PS4, I say my, but it's ours, right? The only reason he's using the PS4 is because he plays, like, he's really into the Kingdom Hearts series. Like, that's like the only PS4 game he's into, right? He's otherwise more of a PC gamer / uses his Switch only for Animal Crossing. His Switch is an Animal Crossing device. He doesn't play anything else on his Switch. And otherwise, like, he's more into games like Diablo and Doom and stuff like that, so he's like a PC gamer, right? So, but he's really invested in the Kingdom Hearts franchise, so he's been playing, like, I honestly never finished Kingdom Hearts. I played the first game, but I never finished it, and then I never played the second game. And when the third game came out, I actually bought it for him, not for me. Like, everyone thought I would have been buying it for myself. I was just like, no, I'm playing it for my brother so I can backseat game him. Like, I don't know if that means, like, because I've been watching him play rather than play it myself. I find the Kingdom Hearts battle system too difficult for me. It's very difficult for me to wrap my head around, right? So what I do is I backseat game him. No, I mean, I don't backseat game, I just watch him play. Have you tried Bloodborne? We have Bloodborne, but I haven't tried it. We actually have it, but I haven't tried it yet. So I do want to play that as well. Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, and they keep releasing like new packs of it. Like like they just recently released a while back. They released a pack which has all 3 games in one pack, right? And it was really cheap. And then it just makes everybody really miserable that they spent so much money on each individual game. Yeah. And even then, you still can't really play everything. What they did was they took the FMVs from the other media franchises and then they stuck them into the thing, right? So basically, you can read the story, but you can't play it. I actually really liked which one was it? The DS game, the Dream Drop Distance. Was that 3DS? I can't remember. That was a really good game. Dream Drop Distance was a good game. I really liked that one. What else? I know, like, there are a lot of Western RPGs that I just don't play, like, what is it? Witcher 3? Like, I considered playing it, but it doesn't seem like the kind of game I would enjoy. And, like, I've never touched things like Skyrim either. I don't have an interest. But yeah, PS4 games. Like, I was thinking of, like, once I'm able to move my PS, like when my brother's done with Kingdom Hearts 3, I was gonna move the entire thing over to my room because he's not gonna need it, and my sister doesn't use the PS4 at all. Like, she has no interest in it. She's like, she only games on her Switch. Like, she's a Switch gamer. If you can consider people that use Switch a gamer. Switch gamers are filthy casuals, me included. Or filthy casuals. I really like Nintendo devices though. I feel like they're very fun. They have very fun games on Nintendo devices. One thing I wish I could do was do screen capture for my 3DS because I have a lot of 3DS games on my Japanese 3DS that like nobody's ever heard of, and it would be so fun to stream them. But alas, I don't think that's a possibility. Really want to do stuff with TWE. Oh, the world ends with you characters. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm very excited for the sequel. I don't not much information is out for it, but we just know it's coming out next year, so it's very exciting. I'm excited for the anime as well. I really thought The World Ends With You was one of it was really groundbreaking when it came out. It was one of the first games that ever did something like it did, and to be honest, like I want to stream it because I feel like for whatever reason, like it was a cult classic, I don't think it's as popular as I think it is. Like, it's popular, but it should be more popular, I think, and a lot of people just never touched it, right? And that drives me insane because like the story was so good. I've been chilling for 18 years. I'm so excited for a sequel. Same! Oh, what's his... Yo, you know Minamimoto Sho, the Sozera slow guy. I was so hyped when I saw him in the trailer. I'm like, oh my god, is he playable this time? Like that was I was like, Minamimoto. I was really excited. Like, why is he playable this time? Why is he playable this time? Shh! Time doesn't work the same for Coco. She's special. Yes. Yes. 13 years can feel like 18 years when you've been waiting for forever and they keep like cock teasing you with like, maybe we'll do a sequel, but you know, the story is complete as it is. Yes. And then like you're like, okay, but where's the sequel? And then they're like, we have no news on the sequel, and then suddenly they fucking drop this bullshit. That literally came out of nowhere. Nobody saw it coming. Like when I thought they would do an announcement, it would be related to like maybe like a spin-off game, maybe? I mean, technically it is a spin-off. It's with a new cast, right? But it is a sequel, like a plot sequel. I thought like at most we would get like another remastered edition, maybe like with another extended chapter. Like I thought that was all we were gonna get. Like we've been waiting for so long for new content and they haven't given us anything. like when they dropped the Switch port, it was really hype for me. Even though the Switch port turned out to be absolute like shit. I didn't like it very much. I didn't get very far because I got irritated at the controls. I have chores to do. Have fun and a great day. See you when you play Apex. Yeah, have a good day. Good luck with your chores. I might play Apex tonight. I'll see. I want to use my new thumbnail, so that's also a reason to suddenly start practicing Apex again. It'll be my Apex warm-up arc where okay, recently I have my favorite, I think people who came to my initial Apex streams know, right? My favorite gun is the alternator because it's easy to use. It's easy to use and generally easy to find, right? And I really like using the alternator. I feel like my anxiety goes away once I find one. I'm like, oh yes, it's an alternator. I am suddenly powerful. I can kill everyone. But recently I've been practicing with the plasma guns. They're actually quite fun. The energy plasma ones. They're actually quite fun to play with. I quite enjoy them. But I wouldn't say I'm very good at Apex. I'm not very good at pew games. FPS games give me anxiety. I'm always just like, I'm going to die. Hello Kohi! Welcome! Good morning! How are you enjoying your new phone? So Kohi over here, he just upgraded his phone to a new iPhone, and he's been like, the moment he got it, like I opened Twitter and there were like 10 voice tweets from him. I was just like, yes, somebody just got an iPhone. It's like, yeah, sure, show off that you have iPhone supremacy and you have voice tweets. Damn. As a Bayonetta and Metroid fan, I understand. Yeah, yo, haven't you guys been waiting for like absolutely ages for the Metroid sequel? And they keep saying, yeah, it's coming, and then the development keeps getting pushed back, right? I don't know much about Bayonetta franchise, so I don't know the news. I just keep seeing Metroid has been delayed, Metroid has been delayed, Metroid has been delayed. I just keep seeing news like that. I don't know much about Bayonetta. I was thinking of grabbing it in the Switch sale recently because it was on sale, right? But I was like, you know what? I have too many games. Like, I should finish at least like 5 of them before I buy any more new games that cost more than $2. They scrapped the whole project and started from scratch. Oh, well, that would cause quite the delay, I would assume. Damn. Oh yeah, speaking of delays, you think Cyberpunk is gonna come out on time again? Didn't they keep postponing it? Cyberpunk 2077. Like everyone's really excited for it, me included. I actually want to get it. Like if like that's one of the games I wanted to get if I got a PS5, right? And then they went, yes, we will definitely not delay it again. And then on like the day before it was supposed to come out, yeah, by the way, we're delaying it again. I really hope they don't delay it again. I feel like people may start canceling their orders because they're pissed. I think already a lot of people are canceling their orders because they're pissed. I'm not desperate to get it on release because I also don't have my PS5 yet. And I'm not about to... I mean, it's coming out on PS4, but it's like, you know when a new game is coming out, right? You want to get it on the newest consoles because the graphics will be better anyway, right? So it's like, why would I buy the PS4 version when I could buy the PS5 version? You know what I mean? So that's another thing. Like, that was a game I was definitely considering getting if I... when I get the PS5. I like the fact they have a streaming mode for streamers that turns off music and NSFW. Yeah! That's really good. But, yeah. Games I want to try. Bayonetta. I'm curious about the Xenoblade Chronicles series. It would probably be better for me to play the remaster of the first game, right? That was a game that I thought I considered buying for the 3DS, but it was only like, because it was made specifically for the new 3DS, and my English 3DS was an old 3DS XL. So I was like, okay, so that means I have to buy the Japanese version, because my Japanese one is a new 3DS, right? And I was like, I can read Japanese, but I hate playing RPG games in Japanese because they use a lot of like senmon yogo. How do I say that in English? Specific gaming terminology, right? And I'm too lazy to read the chuni kanji. Like they'll use like really like bizarre kanji for the terms and stuff, right? And I hate playing RPG games in Japanese. It's why you guys don't see me playing Genshin Impact with Japanese text. I mean, like, I know most of you have read the story, so it doesn't really matter to you guys if you can read what's on my screen, right? I mean, I know, like, so many people watch Japanese VTubers play Genshin Impact. It doesn't affect them. They know what's going on. No, I play it in English because I'm too fucking lazy to read. Yeah, the jargon, like, they use these very specific terms that if you grew up playing RPG games in Japanese, you would know them. It's like how we instantly, if you see the word, the characters HP and MP, we instantly know what that means, right? Like, we'll see it and be like, yes, that's health points and magic points. Like, it's the same thing. Like, obviously in Japan, it's also HP and MP. But like, I'm talking about like more specific terms, like for like fighting, for overdrive skills, that sort of thing. Like you know, we call them overdrive or limit break. In Japanese, it's a different term, right? You know, things like that. So it's like, you have to relearn all like the basics of RPG whenever you play an RPG game in Japanese. So that's why I don't really like playing RPG games in Japanese. I like switching the audio to Japanese, but then the other issue that arises is I start criticizing the translation. Like what I do with Genshin. I try not to let it bother me too much. But sometimes it's very obvious that it's wrong. Or not say wrong, but they changed it too much, right? Sometimes when they change it too much, I just switch it to English audio because it just pisses me off. Like, it's just sometimes they just take it too far, right? And it's just completely different, and at that point, it just confuses me because I'm hearing one thing and I'm reading something else. Like, I think that generally applies more with localization type stuff. But, yeah, so sometimes it's better not to know. It's better not to know. Like, I have played some entire RPG games in just English, like, the early Final Fantasy games and stuff, right? Because obviously language switching wasn't a thing back then. So I played the entire of like FF10 and FF10 Part 2. I played that all in English. So I actually don't know what they sound like in Japanese. So if I ever replayed it, I was thinking I would switch it to Japanese, but then like I got like this like weird whiplash because I'm so used to hearing what's his face? Titus. I'm so used to hearing Titus with his stupid white boy voice that like hearing him in Japanese was really like unsettling for me. Like I don't know, like I was I tried to play a bit of it in my free time when I first bought the remastered for PC versions, right? I had to switch back to English. I couldn't do it. He sounds so weird in Japanese to me now because like I grew up with him in English. I don't know if anybody else has that problem. But also like I think with Final Fantasy series, because the characters are so obviously white that it just looks really fucking weird to like see Japanese voice come out of white people's faces. So it's just very like, yes, this is a bad Japanese dub, but when actually Japanese was the original language. Like what was it? Final Fantasy 15. I haven't finished that. I should finish that actually. I should just play that from scratch again. God. Because I forgot where because you know how Final Fantasy 15 is open world style, right? So when you get lost, you get lost. You don't know what's going on. I kept getting lost. I kept like driving my car off into like off the roads and then getting lost. It was so stupid. Anyway, with Final Fantasy 15, I played it with the Japanese audio for a bit. And then I couldn't take it. I had to switch to English. I was just like, y'all white as fuck. Why do you sound? Why is Japanese voices coming out of your mouth? I hate this. Even though I really like the voice actors for Final Fantasy 15 Japanese, like I really like the voice actors, but I couldn't do it. I had to switch back to English. I couldn't listen to Kaki's voice coming out of prompt. It was pissing me off. Look at Prompto, and then you hear a Japanese voice coming out of his mouth, and it just pisses you off. It's just like, who the fuck are you? Where's your? Can you switch back to a generic white boy voice, please? Just. Did you get that with FF7R? I haven't played it. Confession? This is probably like the #1 RPG gamer sin. I have never played Final Fantasy VII in any form. I think what happened was because my first console was the PS2. Because I wasn't allowed, like, I was around when the PS1 came out, but I wasn't allowed to have one because my parents said, you're too young to have one of these things, and then they just wouldn't let me have one, right? So I feel like the people who did have PS1s in my age group were people who had parents who had games, right? It's more likely that the parents are buying it for themselves and then they let the kids play with it. But no, in my generation at least, like I feel like people who were maybe 5 or so years older than me would have had more experience with the PS1, but I didn't. Like my first console was the PS2, right? And even then we didn't get it on release. Like I had to beg my parents for it. I had to be like, Mom, Dad, everyone has a PS2. I'm not cool. I can't play the game my friends are playing. I had to beg them for one. Yeah, as a result, because FF7 was a PS1 game, so I just literally never touched it. And then I didn't have an attachment to it. So I just went on my entire life. And then like it got to a point where like, yes, finally the FF7 remasters are coming out on like other consoles. But like the graphics are so fucking old that like I would probably get angry looking at it, I think. So I was just like, okay, well, I guess I'll get around to that sometime, but I could play this shiny new RPG instead of this old one. And then that just kept going on for like the past 10 years. Like, how long has it been since the FF7 remasters came out? Because obviously I know about it, FF7. FF7. When did the PC release for FF7 come out? It came out in 2012, so yeah, it is about eight years. So like that came out, I was just like, or oh, I could get it, or I could just not, and then I just never got it. And then like the FF7 remake came out, right? And I was just like, I was very tempted, but at the same time, I felt like I might not be able to appreciate it if I've never played the original game. Like, I know like many people say if you ever intend to try the original game, you should play the original game first, so that you can see how they basically reimagined everything in the remake. So I think the plan is, like, I'm just thinking, right? Because I do want to play more RPGs on stream. I think the plan is the next time FF7 goes on sale, I'm gonna get it on Steam. Or my Switch, whichever goes on sale first, right? I think Steam will be cheaper for me because Steam has regional pricing. But whichever goes on sale first, I'll get it and I'll play it on stream. And then I'll buy FF7 Remake and then we can play that together as well. So like, I feel like I want to be able to appreciate how much they've done for the remake, you know? And I feel like I won't appreciate it if I go straight into the remake because I won't have the context of how bad it, like, not say how bad, but like how like ugly the original was, and like how these people, they literally like reimagined everything. They did their dreams. How many times, like, cause can you imagine like back then when they created FF7, like they probably were like cursing themselves because they visually could not create anything better than that, right? It wasn't possible to make something that looks better than that. And now they have the power of technology and money on their side to create something that can be the perfect rendition of what they thought they set out to create initially, right? With modern CG, with modern storytelling, with voice acting, with everything. Like, I feel like I would appreciate the remake more if I played the original first. So that is the plan. Like, you know, I know like it was really hype, like when Advent Children and stuff came out, and like people were saying, holy shit, this is the potential of FF7, and then it just keeps getting better and better, right? And like, you know, like I have to hand it out to the team. Like they just kept the dream going, right? They just kept going. They never gave up. They continued to work on it until it became like what I think to them is probably the ideal version of FF7. Like if they could create what they've created in the remake, you know, when did the original come out? Like 20 years ago? More than 20 years ago, right? Because it came out before the 2000s. It came out in like the 90s. Oh yeah, 1997, so 23 years ago. If they could create what they've created now in 23 years ago, like they wish they could have done that. And they didn't let that be a wish, they just made it happen. The Switch version has better quality of life features. Oh, okay. So I'll look to get the Switch version then, because I mean it doesn't really matter because I'll probably be playing it docked anyway. I'm one of those people that I never really take my Switch out of the dock. It's also why I hated the World Ends With You Switch port so much, because the docked controls were absolute ass shit. They were so bad because they make you use one controller and like you have to use the motion sensor for it, and it just never does what you want it to do. It made me so angry. I was like, is there no option to not play it like this? But no, you have to swing your hand like a fruit ninja slasher. Yo, Fruit Ninja. Y'all remember that game? That was so fun. Fruit Ninja was so fun. I wasted so much time on that game. But yeah, okay. I'll get it when it's on sale, because there's no point buying it at full price, right? And I know with these kind of RPG games, it is a long haul game. You're not gonna finish it in like a day. It's gonna be like weeks of playing it, right? How long is FF7 game? FF7 length. How How long is Final Fantasy VII? It is about... People are clocking like 50 hours. So yeah, that is definitely not a short thing. That's gonna be like a long thing. Leisurely playing pace is 68 hours for main story. I feel like I may skip through the text quite a lot. But I also play RPGs very leisurely, so I play them very slow. Like I remembered the time I clocked for Persona 5 was like stupidly long. And, like I was like clocking 80 hours before I even reached the last boss, and my friends were just like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I'm like, "But shopping is fun." Wasted so much time on like not actually doing anything in in Persona 5. I used to play with 4 fingers. Yeah, I think the remake for The World Ends With You was it's better on like the tablet mode. So, which means like in handheld, but you gotta get rid of your stupid controllers and hold it in tablet mode and use your hands to play it, right? But you can't do that if you want to stream it, which is a nightmare. Like, there is no way to stream your Switch without docking it at the moment, I think. So it's just irritating. So, cause I want to stream it, cause like, you know, hype for the new game, and I want everybody to experience the story as well. So I may just suck it up. Just walking around in Persona 5 is fun. Yeah, it's so like the graphics are so nice. I love the aesthetic so much. I haven't gotten Persona 5 Royal. I was thinking about getting it, but I'm holding out for a PC port. We'll see. Though, like, I'm pretty sure my PS4 could handle better than my PC. My PC is not a... It's not a potato PC. It runs things fine. It's just... I don't want to overdo it. It's a workstation PC, right? So it's not a gaming PC. It's a workstation PC. So, which means it has enough power to do many things and multitask. It has enough power to play games. But, even at highest resolution settings, right? You can still game on this. But, I think I push it a bit too much to the limit when I, like, run RPG games, and then I run my live 2D, and then I run OBS at the same time. Like, I think that's pushing it a bit. Like, I think so far there hasn't been too much, like, nobody really complains about, like, scuff quality about my videos so far, because I don't think there's actually much of an issue. My PC doesn't suffer too badly unless I am playing Genshin Impact. So I've started playing Genshin Impact on stream on a lower resolution. Like I use full screen when I'm playing it by myself, but like on stream I like reduced it to like 16,000 by 900. I think it's been running better. Lunch? Oh, it's lunchtime. My sister just came in to tell me it's lunchtime. Wait, hold up. I'll be there in 5. Okay. I guess since it's lunchtime, it's probably time for me to go. Persona 5 Scramble, yeah, that looks interesting. I might get it. I don't know. Is it like a Strikers type game? I mean, is it like a Warriors type game, right? Persona 5. It's a Warriors type game, isn't it? Hack and slash role playing. I'm pretty sure it's based on like the Dynasty Warrior, like the Warriors game format, right? I quite like Warriors games. Oh, speaking of Warriors games, I have Fire Emblem Warriors somewhere, but I misplaced the game cart, so now I can't play it anymore. So I was just like, oh. I felt very sad about it. I've only maybe played like 2 or 3 hours of it. And then I don't know what I did with the game cart. I can't find it. It's not in the box. The box is empty. So I'm just like, what did I do with the cart? Yeah, I think Warriors games are acquired taste. You either like them or you don't like them, right? I think it is very satisfying to kill everything that you see on the field. I quite enjoy them, right? The Dynasty Warrior games on the PS2 are some of the most most memorable ones I have played. Like, it was one of cause you know when I got a PS2 and when I played obviously the Final Fantasy games. What else was there? There was Magna Carta. That was a old RPG game. It wasn't excellent. It wasn't that good, but the artwork was really pretty. Played a lot of RPG games. Like I really like JRPGs. But yeah, Dynasty Warriors type games are fun. I really like Tekken 7. Tekken 7 is my favorite one. Tekken! Yo, I should get a Tekken game. Tekken is like the superior fighting game. Like there are other fighting games, but Tekken is superior. Come on, guys. Tekken. Tekken's the only one I actually really enjoy. I think it's because I just like how it looks. Like, I like the world building of Tekken. It's supposed to be like a Musou, but it's personified between stages and has a lot of interactables in the stages. So I guess it's a bit like the Fire Emblem ones. I guess it's the same as all their spin-off Musou games then. Like, cause for the spin-off ones, they're usually more for like fans of the franchise. So they cater more to like character interactions, like dialogues in between and stuff like that. That's like, and like there's things you can do other than fight. I think that's a very strong trait in all the spin-off games. I heard the new Hyrule Warriors is really good, but I've never played Breath of the Wild, so it's kind of wasted on me, right? Because especially like I heard this Hyrule Warriors, unlike the first one that they did for the Wii, I heard that this one actually has lore that's like related to Breath of the Wild lore, whereas the first one was like a pure spin-off, right? Breath of the Wild, like I don't know. I don't have an attachment to the Zelda franchise, which is why I was like really hesitant about Breath of the Wild. And I usually don't like open world games, right? But then after playing Genshin, I was just like, oh, maybe I could play Breath of the Wild since I enjoy Genshin's gameplay. And you know, everyone was saying basically Genshin is like an anime ripoff of Breath of the Wild. So I was like, alright, maybe I'll get it. But I don't know, like, I don't feel like I will enjoy it that much because I know a lot of people said like the graphics are nice, but I'm just like, to be honest, I think like the characters look ugly to me. Like, I don't like the style they chose for the rendering of the characters. Like, they did this sort of like half-assed 2D-ish, cartoonish style rendering, but it's not really cartoony enough, but it's also not like 3D enough, so it just really like makes me angry for some reason. Like, it's a really like specific nitpick, but it's like aesthetically, that part doesn't look good to me. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, it's like, you know, like with Genshin, they went full out anime style rendering, and then you can appreciate that they stuck with that aesthetic, but I didn't like the aesthetic they used for Breath of the Wild character renderings. I'm very curious about Breath of the Wild because I heard like, you know, weapon has durability and stuff like that. So it's like, if you use a sword and then it breaks down, you gotta use a spear and stuff like that. I really like stuff like that. Like, I think it's fun. Like, it's quite like challenging, right? Like, it forces you to think a bit on how to fight things. And then like, there's the fact that like, you know, Breath of the Wild, it's been out for like so long, but it never fucking goes on sale. It's like always just $60. And I'm just like, really? It's been years. You could do a sale, Nintendo. Come on, you can drop the goddamn price. No, but then like I thought about it, and I've spent more on Genshin than the $60 that it would cost to buy Breath of the Wild. So maybe next year I'll get it. Like, I feel like eventually I will get sick of playing Genshin because like right now the discourse is people are complaining about elemental imbalance, right? Well, that's the big discourse. I know like a lot of people are trying to mask their unhappiness by like complaining about Zhongli. People are saying, oh, you know, for a 5-star, he's not that great. He takes too much effort. He's a 5-star that needs the support of 4 stars instead of being able to be usable, blah, 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 blah. Like, there's a lot of points. The only point I agree with is the fact that it seems like for him to be usable, a lot of his skills are locked behind the constellations. And what pisses me off, right? Okay, like let's say with Tartaglia, his C6, his 6th constellation, like which means you ultimate whale for max limit break, right? It completely changes his gameplay and makes him a monster. But with Zhongli, you know what he gets for C6? He gets a heal. You know who gets a heal on their shield? At C0, Noelle. Like, why the fuck would you get a Zhongli if you could just get a Noelle for free? Like that's what ticks me off. Like, it felt like they were hiding any useful traits of him behind the constellation, so they're like trying to force you to C6 him. You know what I mean? And I think that's a big concern because I've heard they're doing things like that to the future units as well, and sooner or later the player base is gonna not gonna have it anymore, right? Like I'm happy to spend on gacha games, but I'm not happy when it feels like I can't have fun with my character unless I spend an exorbitant amount of money on it, right? And that's how it feels like when they lock the Zhongli's shield can heal you trait at C6. So guess what? Your Zhongli can't heal unless you have all 7 copies of him. Checking your entire stock of weapons and mobs is the best part about Breath of the Wild. Yeah, I definitely want to try it sometime. Like I think now that I know that I can possibly enjoy open world games. I think I might enjoy Breath of the Wild because it's like games like, I don't know, like let's say Skyrim or Witcher 3. That sort of game never really appealed to me much. And like Breath of the Wild felt like it was down that alley as well. And then like I didn't like the open world aspect of Tales of Zestiria. So it's also why it took me like absolutely fucking ages to finish the game, which I also have not finished yet. Because I messed up. I got locked into the final stage, like the final phase of Tales of Zestiria, and I was underleveled and I just keep dying to random mobs and I can't get out. Because Zestiria has very clunkily designed stages. Like gameplay stages, where they do these things where due to plot reasons, you can no longer escape this area, or like you can no longer access this area because of plot reasons. And then because of that, you can't grind anymore. And I'm like literally stuck in this area where the mobs are like 10 levels higher than me and I can't level. So I never finished this area. Good afternoon, good afternoon! Good afternoon. I hope you're having a good day so far. It is almost lunchtime for me. I got called for lunch. So I gotta go soon, but I hope that I'm so sorry. I hate it. Whenever I'm about to leave, someone always comes in and I'm just like, oh no, now I gotta stream for another at least 10 minutes. Today, guess what guys? Today we managed to avoid talking about food for once. Are you proud of me? Are you proud of me? You know how we always usually end up talking about food? It's cause I wasn't hungry this morning, so I wasn't thinking about food. So today all we did was talk about games. Yeah, Gamer Seal. I say this, but all I'm gonna end up doing for the rest of the week is play Genshin Impact, probably. Yes. Pro gamer. No, I'm joking. I do want to play other games in between as well. I don't want to be a one game streamer because I feel like I don't know how to say it. Like, I feel like there will always be a portion of viewers who like they follow people who only play a certain game, and then the moment you stop playing that game, they're not gonna be interested in your content anymore. I don't want to be that kind of streamer. Like, I want to be the kind of streamer where like people come to watch me because they like my reactions to no matter what I'm playing, right? So that's my goal as as a VTuber. I don't want to be like the kind of VTuber that only plays one thing. And then people come to watch me because I'm a god at this one thing that I play, right? Or, you know, I really suck at this one thing I play. You know, it could go either way. I think people don't really care if a VTuber is good at gaming or not. I've noticed, people don't actually care if you're good at gaming or not. They just want to watch a cute anime girl or boy play games. But yeah, I would like to not like shoehorn myself into one particular game or game genre. That's why I try so many different things. It's just that recently, like, I've been grinding along Genshin, and I find it easier to do it when there's like chat to keep me company, because I find it so boring to grind by myself. I think this week, maybe I'm not gonna be around on the weekend. Maybe Sunday I'll be back on Sunday. So I was thinking of doing like my monthly karaoke stream. I say monthly, but I don't think I did one last month. I am due for doing another karaoke stream, so I will try and figure out a date for that. Maybe Sunday. If not this Sunday, then at least next weekend. So when I figured out the date, I'll probably put out like some kind of forum for people to like send song suggestions so that I can prepare a set list. Grinding alone is actually boring. Yeah, I find Genshin, because the world is so big, right? The world, it's gonna get bigger. There's gonna be more regions, right? They're gonna add Inazuma, the Japanese-inspired region, soon. And it's so big, and you are so alone. And it's like, it gets very lonely to do that boring grinding, and there's not enough story in between to keep you going, right? So that's why like playing with stream is always more fun for me, like, because I can talk bullshit while I'm doing it, and they can laugh at my bad decisions, and we can enjoy like the side story quests together, or like question like, you know, the conversation topics about NPCs. Like, it just feels less like a chore when I'm doing it with chat. So I think that's why like I like streaming Genshin. It's not necessarily that like it's the only game I'm playing, right? But it's just that it's a game that is easier for me to play when I'm playing on stream, because when I don't stream Genshin, I just don't play it. I'm just too lazy to play it. Like, I left my resin at 160 out of 160 on Saturday. I felt so bad. Like, I logged in and did one ley line, and then I did the gliding challenge, and that was it. Like, that's what I did that day. Like, on Saturday. Yeah. Usually grind Genshin with others. I would, but my AR is really, really low, and that's another problem, because people are usually like higher level than me, and I'm playing the game at a very leisurely pace. Like, I'm not even at where most people are, because I don't want to run out of content to do. I just want to enjoy the game at my own pace. And the problem with doing that is that everyone is like at world level 6 and I'm like at world level 3, and they don't want to come and help me. They'll be like, there's no merit for them to come down to world level 3 and beat my bosses, because they can't get anything out of it. So that's another issue I have. So I think that's the thing though. Like, a lot of people were grinding Genshin like crazy because they want to keep up with their friends, right? And a lot of the fun things about Genshin is the co-op, which is, but like, because my world level is lower than others, like, it becomes like they're coming to my level and they're just like stepping on everything because it's easy for them. It's not fun for them, but it's fun for me because I don't have to do anything. I'd really like to go up to world level 4, but the high level monsters are gonna kick my ass. Yeah, I'm very worried about doing the world level upgrade. That's why I haven't done that yet. So I'm a bit concerned, because my team at the moment, for the weekly bosses, right? I'm still at world level 3, so my Boreas, the wolf, he is a level 51, and I can handle a level 50 Boreas. But last night, because I have some characters that are at level 60 plus, only like Tartaglia and Dongli, right? I have them at like 65 and 63 or something like that. So because of that, Storm Terror unlocked like the third one, the level 60 version. I tried it, I got completely destroyed. I could only get him down to about maybe 30% HP, and then like by then what happens is you unlock the final stage where he tortures you on the platforms, because all the platforms are destroyed by then, so you're taking platform drain damage, and then he starts hailing meteors at you, so you gotta avoid the meteors, and then like sometimes the meteors will land where his claws are, so you can't DPS because you'll die. So basically the problem with Storm Terror is if you can't DPS hard enough before it gets to that stage, before he starts hailing meteors at you, you're fucked. You probably cannot beat that stage. So I gave up. I literally, he murdered my Barbara, and I ran out of like, I was on like a 60-second timer before I could like revive her. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess this is it. So level 60 Storm Terror is still a bit out of my level. So I was hopefully planning on this week. My objective is I'm gonna put Dongli on back burner. I'm gonna work on my Bennett, because I feel like if I can get my Bennett to level 60, I feel like I can like cheese a lot of content. Like, because Bennett at level 60 will just literally make everybody else stronger. Like that's just how he works, right? Bennett's just like, yeah, I'm gonna put this big fire circle, and then now everyone's strong. Like, so for me, right now I was thinking like the moment I can beat level 60 Storm Terror, I should be ready to upgrade my world level. So that's my objective, right? I'm not planning on upgrading my world level yet, because like my team is just really scuffed because I don't play enough, so I waste a lot of resin. I wasted a lot of naturally generated resin in Genshin Impact, right? Compared to people who play like really efficiently. So that's also an issue. I just have more characters than I can level. What else? I was thinking of working on Jean and Bennett, right? Because I feel like those two characters would really, really benefit me. Like once I can get them at a usable level. Like I feel like if I could even get Jean to level 50, like that would help so much. Like I would be able to actually do more stages in Spiral Abyss, because I'm already struggling at like stage 5. Like I can't do floor 5. I'm already suffering in floor 5. I can't do floor 5 with Spiral Abyss. I can't even get like 2 stars. So I want to level Xinyan, but Violet Grass. Violet Grass is quite a pain to farm because they grow at weird places. I have a Chi-Chi, so when I go farming for Violet Grass, what I do is I just step into Li Yue and I put Chi-Chi in my team, and then magically the hands will come up and I'll be like, yes, yes. But if you don't have a Chi-Chi, then it can be quite annoying to find the spots. There is this one cave that has a whole bunch of like the Core Lapis and Nautilus Jade, and then on the walls there's like 3 or 4 Violet Grass. Like that's one of my favorite farming spots. I've been scumming around at AR45, not even doing the Ascension quest until I can get OK artifacts. Yeah, that sounds so painful. Like I want to upgrade my AR so that I can actually farm for 5-star artifacts, but right now I'm like having to like be a pleb with my 4-star ones and like pray that Boreas drops good 5 stars, but he keeps just dropping the stupid goblet thing, and I'm just like, I don't need that. I already have one, and it's like the wrong stats. It's like only fucking like Kea would benefit from it. God. I haven't checked the goblet I got last night because I rushed the bosses last night before going to bed. Oh yeah, if you've been playing Genshin, have you been enjoying the gliding challenge? I know some people hate it. I think they're fun. I think the gliding challenges are very fun. They're a bit like, 3D platformer. Like, it's a bit like playing like 3D Mario Kart kind of thing, kind of feeling, right? I quite like them. Wish I had Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi is a very, very good 5-star. I got a dupe of her when I was rolling for Zhongli, but I wasn't too pissed about it. Like, because anything that makes my Chi-Chi stronger, I'm happy. I find the platform, the gliding games, they're fun because it's fun to try and see how fast you can do it. So like usually even after I've achieved the target, I still keep like going another few times, like obsessively trying to get my time lower. It's so stupid. I'm literally not gonna get anything from this other than bragging rights. It's like I don't know how many of you guys saw, but Kanae from Niji Sanji, he spent 4 hours trying to get like the world record for the speed for the first gliding challenge. It's so stupid. Why is he like this? He spent 4 hours doing nothing but the gliding challenge. It was unbelievable. I was like, how do you do the gliding challenge for 4 hours? Ohayo, good morning. It is no longer morning, it is lunchtime. Oh no, the longer I stream, the more people come, but I gotta go. But yeah, anyway, this morning, we talked lots about games, so many games I want to try. I also want to play more indie games. Like, those like short ones. Like, that can be finished in a few hours. I want to play more of those kind of games. Like, something I could maybe, like, finish in one sitting. Like, there is this one game that looks really fun. It's like one of those RPG Maker type games, I think. It looks really interesting because I think it's more story-based. But it recently got an English translation. And I was planning on playing it a while back, but I had to cancel my stream. So, might see if I can try and play it this week. Other things I want to play this week. I want to play more Hades, but I don't know if I can schedule it this week. Wow. What was that? Thank you so much for the dono, Renola. Thank you. Thank you for the seal graphic. I was really confused. I was just like, why is there a seal on my screen? Thank you. The pizza fund is growing. Soon I will have pizza again. Yes. Is this just gonna keep going? Is my donation fund always just gonna be pizza funds? No, don't go. I wish I could not go, but I think my family will get mad if I don't go for lunch soon. There is always a seal on my screen. You're right. Look, aren't I cute? I'm so cute. I am a very cute seal. Yes. But yeah, I do really need to go. I every time somebody comes in just as I'm about to leave, I usually stream for another 10 minutes. But I really gotta go soon. I do usually not stream so late, so it might not be convenient for most of you guys to come. I usually stream a bit earlier, but circumstances this time led to the stream having to start a bit later than usual. But yeah, I will be streaming again tonight. Probably on Twitch. But if it's gonna be on YouTube, I'll announce it before. And it'll be at the usual time, 11 p.m. JST. Yeah, that's just my usual streaming time. It might be at 10 p.m. JST. It depends how early I finish dinner, because I'm not working today and I'm not going to the gym today, so I'll be home. So I do have the rest of today off, so I may decide to guerrilla stream in between, but I don't know. The plan is to take the break off during the day to work on my other stuff, like commissions and stuff, and then I will stream tonight. So I will probably see you guys in about like maybe 11 hours. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me and talking games to me. I learned so much about games that I don't play as well, and I'm very excited to play many games. I wouldn't classify myself as a gamer, but I really like gaming, so I hope I can play more different types of games as well. So instead of just Genshin. It's just that I feel like I gotta play Genshin while I'm still excited about it, you know? Because I get very easily distracted from games I play. So, other things, Sakuna. Sakuna is really fun, like it's very relaxing. Nothing happens other than planting rice. It is 70% a rice simulation game, a rice farming simulation game. I think like, what people who have been watching have been saying, it's like weirdly calming to watch. The platforming is a very small part of it. It's not the most important part of that game, so I feel like maybe I will probably get bored of playing Sakuna after like a few more years of the game. Like by the time I get to the 3rd year, I'll be like, yeah, I'm done with this game. I wonder when is it possible to complete Sakuna? Is there like a fixed date? Because like I want to play until like maybe the end of the main story if that exists. So that's something I want to do as well. Like I do want to finish a game, and I don't know if it's possible to finish Sakuna. So it's like if there is like a proper end, like an end story, like a X years means the end of the story, and then after that it's just like free play, right? So if I can play until the end of the story, then I can close the chapter on Sakuna. I can be like, yes, I'm done with the Rice Simulator game, right? It's not because I hate the game, but I also want to finish it. You know what I mean? Because otherwise I'll just be like farming rice non-stop. But yeah, that's a game that didn't take off in the West. Because I think it's just so... It's not... Because it's a rice farming simulator. It's basically more farming than platforming. I really like it. I like how relaxing the atmosphere of the game is. So I hope that like people who have been watching the streams have been enjoying that as well. The gameplay is actually a bit janky for the platforming. Like sometimes like the arrows, the Ryman thing, it doesn't cling on to what you want it to cling on to. But yeah, okay, so tonight I'll be most likely streaming Genshin. If it's not Genshin, it's Apex. I'll see. Probably Genshin. In between that, I might stream Apex. I might not stream Apex, but we don't know. And I will probably be streaming every day until I'm not here for the weekend. Yeah. So that's all. I hope everybody has a good start to the week. Thank you so much for dropping by today. And if you haven't already, please do check out my new song cover that I just uploaded this morning. And wait, what's the YouTube spiel? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Every time I say that, I feel like such a sellout. Bye bye. Thank you.